Hello everybody, Loki Magics, another day, another video, but today's video is all about our boy right here, Skull Lord Vargal. Now, I'm not really upset about this champion, and it's not a rant video or anything like that, right? But this video is more just to kind of like let you know how I feel about this fusion champion. I did fuse him, which, you know, I think he's a cool champion to have just because he's very gimmicky, but his kit is really horrible and he doesn't really add any value to the game. Why is he here? I have no idea, and he's probably gonna get buffed in the future, and it's really sad that that's what we look forward to, is these crappy champions get released, dilute the pool even further, and we hope that they get buffed one day, right? And for me though, I'm telling you, I will be super upset if I pull this champion again, and here's why. Because check this out. I have one Molly Tank card, have another one, and I have, let's see, where's the other Foley? I have another Foley here, right? But see, in my vote, I have two Roto champions. They are fusion champions. I have three Foleys right here. They are also fusion champions, right? I have Harvest Jack, fusion champion. Two more Molly Tank cards, fusion champion. Let's see. I think I have another one down here somewhere. Oh yeah, another Harvest Jack. And yeah, another Molly Tank card. So you see, for me, I pull many fusion champions over and over, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there like that. So, you know, I'm not really looking forward to popping shards only to pull this dude again, right? Because that's what I mean with this champion. He's gimmicky. It would have been a different story if he's really good, but he's really not. So him being in the pool of champions that I could possibly get that I want, you know, it's just kind of makes me wish he wasn't here in the first place. So let's go over his kit. Let's talk about why he's bad. And, you know, maybe you already have him. Maybe he'll get buffed. Maybe you're thinking about getting him. So I don't know. It's up to you if you want to watch the rest of this video. My personal opinion, I think this dude sucks, and I really don't know why he's here. And please play him. If you're going to do more fusions, don't let it be over meta and super not meta, right? Can we just get something that's beneficial? Because honestly, you know what would have been cool is if they made this champion maybe just really good in campaign, right? All the way to Nightmare campaign, to the last stage, to the last boss. If he had some kind of kit that was just really beneficial for that, like he doesn't have to be good for arena, other potion dungeons, or, you know, Fire Knight 20, Dragons 20, whatever, even in clan boss, right? If he was only designed to help you through campaign, then that would have been justifiable, right? At least for newer people that's coming into the game, they could fuse this champion and they have a way to push through campaign. But this guy really doesn't do anything in any other categories out there, right? So I don't know. It just kind of makes me mad that he exists, because I'm telling you, I'm going to pull another one of these dudes, and what am I going to do with it, right? I guess I'll just keep him in the vote and hope he gets buffed. Like, man, that's the standard. But anyways, let's look at his kit. All right, so let's get into it. So this is my Skull Lord right here, and let's talk about his kit. So his A1 actually isn't that bad because look, it attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit fills this champion's turn meter by 5%, right? And also has a 30% chance to repeat this skill. Places 100% heal reduction debuff on target for 2 turns if the skill is repeated. Damage is based on defense. Only takes 3 books. So honestly, his A1 isn't that bad, right? But it attacks one enemy. Each hit fills this champion's turn meter. So it's very, I like to call these type of champions selfish based champions because everything he does just benefits himself. It doesn't benefit the overall team, and it really hurts his value because at the end game, high end game, it really comes down to team synergy, right? So you have champions where everything is really just benefiting this single champion. It already takes away so much, but I just want to show you this because he doesn't have the worst A1. I will say Mountain King does because this one attacks one enemy. Now this damage is based on HP and attack, right? And everyone knows Mountain King hits pretty hard, but overall though he contributes because he's really good at doing one thing. He might be a little bit gimmicky for some people because you really have to build him out correctly for him to hit really hard in the arena, but at least he does that. This champion, however, doesn't really do anything near that. So, he doesn't have the worst A1, but his A1 is kind of centered around him. Now, his A2 places 25% straight debuff on this champion for 2 turns, has a 75% chance to place a proc debuff on a target for 1 turn. Once again, you guys kind of see where I'm going with this. All his skills are kind of just helping him, right? This is an A2 that would make this champion a lot better if it provoked everyone or gave strength to everyone, right? Easily would have made this champion so much better, but it doesn't because it's all about him and it doesn't really help anybody. And I'm not trying to nitpick, why is there a picture of a bull? I understand this is a provoke ability, but it's a picture of a bull and it's titled Skull Claim. So I'm not sure. He's just, I don't know, this champion's just all stupid to me. But anyways, his A3 attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance to place a 50% decreased attack debuff with 2 turns. Okay, now we're kind of getting somewhere, but are you really going to use this champion just for this ability that's on a 4-turn cooldown for a legendary to have decreased attack debuff for 2 turns, right? It's kind of bad. It's really pointless, and the animation for this is like, what? Like, I don't like, it's cool looking, but it doesn't make sense, right? It looks really stupid to me. But anyways, his kit, you can see it just is very self-centered, and the one saving grace that he does have, his A3, is really nothing special. Some people have this on their A2, right? Like, do I have Stagnite here? Look at Stagnite. This is A2, right? Attacks all enemy, decrease defense and attack, and you could book this. Well, it's a 3-turn cooldown now, so you can see already his A2 is better than this guy's whole kit almost. You know what I mean? So this is why this guy is pretty terrible. Now this passive here, when attack decreases attacker's max HP by 5%, cannot decrease a single enemy's HP more than 50%, occurs once per enemy attack, does not work against bosses. Also, if they're under 50%, has a 50% chance of placing True Fear debuff if the target's max HP has been decreased by 20% or more. So now this is a passive, so it's kind of like a freebie ability. So this isn't a bad ability, right? Because you get hit a lot through the turns, and sometimes boom, that will help you. But this doesn't do anything for bosses, and for arena you don't have time to be playing with stuff like this, right? Reducing no one wins by reducing their max HP. It's either they get knocked out or they don't, right? So this already isn't helpful for arena at all, or for any bosses, right? So you could, because reality is, if you're stuck at a certain spot in the game, especially like trying to clear waves, then most likely you're maybe not going to beat the boss. And usually what the problem is that you just don't survive, right? You don't have enough DPS. So yeah, this could help, but once you get to that boss, this doesn't help you at the boss. So yeah, it's pretty much game over. Now I'm sure it's not going to be for every case, but for most cases I just don't see this being helpful at all. in campaign because it just doesn't really make sense. So let's move on to his last passive. Revive Skullworm with 50% HP and 50% turn meter at the start of each turn. If there are multiple Skullworms on the team, only one of them will be revived. Now, cool passive. This is really where his gimmick comes in, right? But no one uses Skullworm. And I'm not saying he's a horrible champion, but let's get real, right? When we're going toward in-game content, no one is thinking about using Skullworm, right? Now, there are some videos out there where Skullworm does some pretty cool stuff. Because I think, where is that? Was it this one? Or was this passive? Yeah. It fills the chimps, turn fit. Yeah. So he can really do a lot of damage by, filling his turn meter, getting extra turns. This right here has a chance of doing an extra hit. So he is a very quick champion as when it comes to amount of turns he gets. But honestly though, like, he's a rare. Like, look at his stats, man. Like, his stats are so bad. Where is he at? Doom. Right? His speed is very low. His defense is low. His attack is pretty good, but his HP is low, right? Because he's a rare champion. He's not a bad champion, but he just can't keep up with other champions, right? So it's because in raid you could use any champion for anything, but this guy right here, man, honestly, is a terrible champion. I don't know why he's here. His kit does not make sense. I did build him out. And did I do his masteries? No, I did not do his masteries. But yeah, overall, the champion is just terrible. So yeah, that's it, man. That's all I wanted to say. This is a horrible champion. I don't know why he's here. And yeah, hopefully he gets buffed. But I'm not really happy that that's the standard. I wish they just come out really good. And if anything, he should have been an awesome campaign champion. Help people out, clearing out content in campaign mode, right? That would have been worth something, but he really isn't worth much. So anyways, it's the weekend. Hopefully you guys have fun. Be safe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.